Good evening, race fans. I'm Bahrain here with Black Flag Racing TV, and here we are, it's Friday night, and we are back finally after a little break with the little problems with crossplay. We're back with Tripz F1 in conjunction with Black Flag Racing TV, and this is the driver lineup for the season. So for Mercedes-Benz, we've got Ryan 95 with Killers. For Red Bull, we've got Drew and Clarence. The Ferrari team is made up of Dino and Toys. And then we've got Dunners. And anyone that watches on Tuesday night will know that Dunners is the man to be reckoned with. With Scuba for Alpine, Jelly, and my old friend Fingers. I've known him for longer than I've known most of my children. They are racing in the McLaren team. Aston Martin is Kells and Bray Train. Wolsey and Mini for the AlphaTauri team. Dry Bones Malone with Average Tom to the High Prix drivers that also race with Black Flag in the Alfa Romeo team. Haas is unmanned as it stands. Nathan and Cameron racing for the Williams Racing team. So this is the calendar for the season. Week 1, we're here. We're going to Bahrain, secure for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's a 50% race with standard qualifying, no messing around with that bullshit. Then next week we're off to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Then to Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. Love Spa, love that racetrack. Then on to Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix on the 27th. In February we hit Portugal, Portimao. Great racetrack there in Portugal, and glad it's been added to the F1 Canada. Then the what is my favourite racetrack, Sao Paulo, Interlagos at Brazil for race number 6. Then we have a break, and then the tracks for the second half of the season will be announced. So you want to know about this season? Well, it is Fridays 9 PM GMT. It's a 12 race Canada mixed format, equal performance, exclusively on PlayStation, so we don't have any of the cross-play problems. Live stream, obviously, with commentary, obviously. That will be my job. Multiple prizes, weekly challenges. Tripz TV will be involved. There's a good mix of abilities going on. Some assists are allowed, dynamic weather. So, if you're not involved already, there are a couple of spaces available. There's certainly spaces for full-time drivers, but also for reserve drivers too. So if you want to get involved, give it a click. Join the Discord and get involved with this shizzle. So there we go. So if you are in the UK, it is 9 PM. If you're in Australia, it's 8 or 9 AM, depending on where you are. 6 races full qualifying, 50% race. 6 of the races will be short qualifying with a 25% sprint race and a 50% feature race. The sprint race result is reversed for the feature. To be fair, I'm reading what you guys can see. Mid-season transfer window, drivers and constructor prizes, dynamic weather, equal performance, and there is a TG Trophy weekly challenge. I don't know what this week's weekly challenge is. If someone knows and can tell me, that'd be awesome, and we can have a look and see who's getting close to getting it. Obviously everything's available on Black Flag Racing TV, and if Ryan opts to give me a stream key, it will also be on Tripz Formula 1 TV as well. But just wait for a stream key for that. So, race info. You want to know what's going on, don't you? Here we go.
Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit, and any moment now our drivers will take to the track and the Bahrain Grand Prix can begin. Formula 1 returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix.
So, as my esteemed colleague Crofty said, it will be very, very tyre hard. So if you're going for your 2-stopper, you're looking at mediums hards or hards mediums, depending on which way you want to Lap 13 is kind of your changeover point. That's the optimum. You might want to go a little bit longer, and obviously the safety car is dependent. There's your two-stop strategy. It is soft, medium, medium, or medium, medium, soft, or medium, soft, medium, or medium, medium, soft, whatever you want to do. But that is your two optimum strategies. It is a really, really good track, but it's also quite complicated. But without further ado, let's get involved in some racing. Everyone's ready. We haven't got a full roster tonight, but that is what we're kind of hoping that you guys out there in YouTube Watchland can get involved in, is to if you're not racing on Friday night, get involved. This shizzle is very, very special, and you can have some really good laughs there and some really good racing. Who do we need to watch out for? Well, I'll tell you who I know is quick. I know that Battle Mini is very quick. I know that Dunners can chuck in some quality times. Connor was very good in the LNR the Christmas thing. He won that. I think he's still pissed off at me for putting up the video of him smashing into the back of someone coming out of a Scary. I'm sure he'll get over it. Fingers wouldn't, given the opportunity, he can chuck out some good laps. There's some good people out there. Dry Bones Malone, I know he is pretty quick in a GT car. We get to see tonight what he's like in a Formula 1 car. Drew Cam, let's see what they've all got. But we've got 18 minutes of qualifying coming up. It'd be interesting to see now what we've got in terms of pace. And let's get on board with someone, shall we? Waiting for someone to go on track would be quite useful. Evening Scuba, how you doing, buddy? Would prefer you're concentrating on racing than talking to me, though, my friend. We've only got 11 runners tonight. It is what it is. We can deal with that. So the first runner on track is Harley, and for some reason I'm losing. What a pain in the arse! What an absolute pain in the arse! So I've lost the audio input capture again. Easily solved though, because I've got it coming through my chair, and I can have it in the background. That's good to have you back, man. It's good to be. Yeah, you're right. It's good to be back. I think Friday nights is a bit of an odd one, isn't it? It's difficult to find the right kind of balance for a Friday night, because you've got it's that kind of night where the younger ones of us go out for a little drinky booze. The older ones of us might have sort of family issues and stuff. It's a weird night to get racing going. Generally, I find with Black Flag, with us, we've kind of given up racing on a Friday. We on GT7 we've kind of hooked up with another race team, the Black Country GT drivers thing. So basically what they do is they basically just do stupid stuff and get drunk and then shout at each other and then crash and then go to sleep on a Friday night. So that's why I'm with you guys on a Friday, basically. And my daughter's just sliding into the room. She's looking for something. What does she want?
Nothing. Oh, crisps. That's what I want.
She snuck into the front room for some crisps.
Oh, crisps! Mum. It's heavy.
So we have got, who we got out today? We've got Drew Cam. He's in the Red Bull racing car. My old friend Fingers, there he is in the McLaren, warming up those tyres on his outlap. Dunners. We know he's going to be good. Cam, that is Drew Cam, I'm assuming. He's gone for a strange name today. Dino still in the pits. Quick Killers, very, very fast. He's in the Mercedes Benz, so maybe he can show Lewis Hamilton how to win a race. Maybe. Dry Bones Malone in the Alfa Romeo. His teammates not able to make it today. I think his teammates at is it an engagement party today or something? And he has got quite a big race tomorrow. There is quite a big championship going. We'll talk about it later. It's coming on Black Flag TV tomorrow. We'll talk about what's going on tomorrow. That I think Dry Bones is involved in that as well, actually. Connor is with us today. Scuba, there he is. Had a chat with us already on YouTube. He's out there in his Alpine. Battle in his Alpha Tauri. One to watch, certainly. There is Harley in his Aston Martin. That's your 11 runners. Now, I do prefer a full lobby of 20, but the good thing about 11 runners, we can really get to see what people are up to. And there is the first quick lap, and that comes in from Harley. It's a 1:29.3 in his Aston Martin. That's a decent lap to start off with. What has anyone else got for us? I'm not going to go on about how you should put in a bank lap nice and early. I think I do it pretty much every time I do a stream. And it's important, but you know, it's fine. Not gives a shit. You will hear occasional blasts like this. It's because I'm giving up smoking, so I will be smashing the vape at many opportune moments throughout this stream. So, Harley is the only one so far that's given us a lap time. 13 minutes in. And that's what we've got so far. Nothing to talk about. Predictions for the season. How about that? Let's have some predictions for the season. So, if I'm looking just based on the 11 in the room, I'm not going to base it on anybody that's not in the room yet. And it's going to hardly there to move out of the way. Drew Campus in a 130.7. Fingers 133.0. Dry Bones Malone 33.0 as well. Might be a good battle between those two. I'm going to base my predictions based on the 11 in the room tonight, because I think that's the only fair way. It's not fair of me to talk about people who aren't here. Now, I think the people you really need to look out for, I think Battle Mini is going to be someone to watch out for. Quick Killers cannot be ignored. Quick Killers is very, very fast.
So I had to get a different one.
Okay, thank you. Dunners, he can win a race or two. He's experienced being a champion. He knows what it's like to win things. I think those are, well, and Connor as well. I think Connor can't be ignored. I mean, Connor won the F2 tournament, the F2 Christmas tournament for LNR on a Tuesday. So we know that he's capable of winning things. So those four guys win races, win championships. So those are certainly the ones to look out for. I've not seen Harley race. I've not seen much of Scuba. I've seen a little bit of Fingers. You would have thought, bearing in mind that I've known the guy longer than I've known most of my children. Drew Cam can put in a lap or two when it's required of him. We'll see. We'll see what is in store for us tonight. And anyone that's watching tonight that is bored tomorrow and has GT7 and fancies spending 3 hours driving around Nordsleaf, we Black Flag Days have been we're raising money for the charity Mind. We have been to be fair, for most of December. It's been very difficult to get the races together because of other stuff going on, World Championships, etc. And we've been doing a series of 3-hour endurance events, and those events they basically emulate a 24-hour race. We've been at racetracks such as Bathurst. We've been at obviously Le Mans. You have to start Le Mans if you're going to talk about a 24-hour race. It's got to be Le Mans. We've been there. We are moving on to the Nürburgring. Now, we would love to have done Spa. The problem is on GT7, Spa is currently pit bugged. So we're hoping we can still do it. We're hoping that there'll be a patch soon and they fix and we can do it. But at the moment it's bugged, so we've had to move to Nürburgring. It's the Group 1 cars around the Nürburgring. So if you're interested in spending 3 hours driving around that track tomorrow, we do have a couple of spaces left. So give me a shout, get involved, whether you have to message me or whatever, join the Discord if you're not in the Discord already. Just get yourself involved. Dunners, though, finds himself out of this session. That's going to put him right at the back of the pack. So far, we have the following lineup. We've got 9 minutes left, halfway through qualifying. It is Harley and Scuba on the front row. 29.3, 29.9. Then we've got Battle and Drew Cam. 130.2 or 130.5. They're on row 2. Row 3 is sorry, I don't know who's Twitch Cam then. Sorry, Drew Cam. I have mistaken you for Twitch Cam. I said this. Right, I said this yesterday. If you're gonna have a commentator, don't have a fucking ridiculous name. I'm assuming that says Cameron. Trying to look at it now, but it's bloody confusing. Thank you, Cameron, for being so confusing. So we've got Cameron with Battle. We've got Drew Cam Fingers. Dry Bones Malone. What a piratey name that is. He's always going to be my favourite because he's got a piratey name and I'm pirate. Dino hasn't set time yet. Neither has Quick Killers and neither has Connor. Dunners is DSQ from the qualifying session for whatever reason. But we will be, hopefully, if we've got anybody on track, there we go, Drew Cam's on track, let's follow this guy around. So there we go, here's an on board with Drew Cam. He's back, Cameron. Sorry, I had to mute it while I disappeared to the kitchen to get another drink. I realised that I sat down and not put my drink next to me. I took it out of the fridge and I put it on the side of the kitchen and then completely ignored that fact and came back to my desk without it. Yeah. I'm back. You're the bear Cam. Yeah, to be fair, you've written it really confusing, mate. If anyone's got experience of me doing the bare minimum to scrape through doing this bullshit, you should know that I will literally read what's written on the screen. Hence the fact that still freaking hates me, because that's how I pronounce his name. So if you're going to make it complicated, expect me to get it wrong. So, where are we anyway? Let's go back to the action. Harley is still the leader out there, with Scuba on the front row. Drew Cam and Battle, and we're on board with Drew Cam at the moment, are on row 2. Row 3 is made up of Cameron and Fingers. Not bad, a lap from him. Dry Bones Malone, where's the treasure, me hearty, is on row 4. Dino joining him there. Quick Killers and Connor still not put a lap in. Look, I talk about banker laps all the time, and it seems like I'm a broken freaking record talking about it. But let's be honest. I know Quick Killers and Connor are both capable of super quick laps, but it only takes one cock up, and this strategy is going to go horribly, horribly wrong. And one day, when it goes wrong, I'm going to point my finger and say, I freaking told you, mofos. And we'll see what happens. But there is a great lap from Battle. I said that he was going to be one to watch, and there he is. 1:29.1. Good, solid lap from him within that AlphaTauri. That's a 10th and a bit quicker than Harley. And I've got a little bit of a soft spot for Harley, and I'll tell you why. It's because my dog's called Harley. That's it. There's nothing more than that. My dog's called Harley, and therefore I'm going to support him a little bit. So, 4 minutes left of qualifying. It's a 1:30 lap. We are going to expect to start seeing people chucking themselves on the track soon as this track evolves. Don't expect any rain today. It would be ridiculous to think there'd be any rain on in Bahrain, because it never rains in Bahrain, even though there's rain in the name. Ridiculously. So I'll wait for everyone to have that mad dash onto track. let's talk about what's going on Black Flag in 2023. So obviously we've got the standard stuff. We've got the Open GR3 on a Wednesday. That has just finished. Season 1's just finished. Season 2 will start in a couple of weeks' time. That's going to happen as expected. We're already into Season 2 of the GR4 lottery on a Monday. Nothing's going to change there. Very, very popular, that one. If you love GT7 and you love racing in GR4 cars, the GR4 lottery is a brilliant, brilliant thing to get involved in. Basically, at the beginning of the season, we just pick 4 or 5 cars up on a lottery wheel and we roll them out, and everyone gets an opportunity to pick a car. That's the car you get. That's the car you're stuck with. And then it's down to how you develop that car over the course of the season. Really, really cool. What else we got going on? We've got the... of course, we've got Rivals. Rivals coming up on a Thursday evening. Rivals, we're going to pit the Subaru Impreza against the Lancer Evo in a kind of team competition, 7v7 on GT7. So we'll, if you're interested, we'll get you involved. We'll roll the dice. You find out what team you're in. There are 3 competitions getting involved there. We've got individual driver competition. We've got a constructors competition. And then we've also got a team competition. So within that, we're going to have teams. Obviously, at times we're going to need reserves to come in. And they're not going to be part of the actual team result, but they will be part of the constructors result. So that's quite interesting. We've got a handicap competition coming up on a Sunday. That's going to start in a couple of weeks. Details still to be released about that. Essentially, the more races you win, the heavier your car gets. And hopefully it slows you the fuck down. So slowies like me can catch you up. That's going to be a 12 race season. We usually do a 10 race season on Black Flag, but that's going to be a 12 race season just to kind of eke out the ballast a little bit. But basically, by the end of the season, you could be carrying as much as 240 kilos of extra ballast on your car. So that's coming up as well. Obviously, we've got our standard we've got standard F1 stuff coming. Tuesdays we do LNR. Fridays we're here in conjunction with Tripz TV. What else have we got? Thursday nights we are still doing Smoking Pirellis. That'll be alongside the rival series. They won't clash. They'll be at different times. We're back obviously with GT Champions this year. We start with the Porsche Cup, which the qualifiers start this weekend, 11 p.m. UK time. Much more reasonable hour in the United States where the series is based. And then the GT Champions World Championship will start in February. GT Fusion as well will come up in February. More teasers about that. That is the premier GT7 Championship. So really looking forward to doing that. So where do we stand in terms of qualifying? It is Dino 128.8. That's a really, really good lap. He's on pole. He's got Balmini joining him on that front row. Harley and Scuba on row 2. Both sub 130. Dino has locked himself in. He's happy with that. He doesn't think anyone's going to beat it. Drew Cam and the other Cam, and that's what I'm going to call you from now on. It's Drew Cam and other Cam. 130.1, 130.5. They join each other on row 3. Row 4 is Daryl Fingers. 131.4. Dry Bones Malone alongside him. Quick Killers, not put a lap in. He's on an outlap now. Just going to chuck one in at the last minute. Connor, I think, he's got disqualified, so he's given up on that. So, let's see. Look, we know Quick Killers is quick. We know he's quick. Can he put in... No, here we go. This will demonstrate whether I'm right about banker lap or not. Because he's going to go out there now and he can put in a... If he puts in a pole position lap, I'm not going to talk about banking a lap ever again. Because he's proved the point that actually it doesn't really fucking matter if you're quick. But I kind of hope he doesn't. And not because I wish ill on Quick Killers. He's a really, really good racer. But because I want to kind of be proved right that you need to make sure you've got a lap on the board just to be certain. Right, let's get a track map up, shall we? Just so when things go horribly wrong, we can see where it's gone horribly wrong. So we've only got a couple of cars on track, actually, with this last few minutes out there. And he's just gone purple. So freaking frustrating. He's just gone purple. So he's basically just said, fuck you, Herb, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, fingers will tell you, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm never going to admit it. Where does that put him? Well, it only puts him fourth, so he didn't go on pole, so I can carry on waffling about how important it is not to avoid a banker lap. But fourth isn't bad. So it's Dino from Harley from Battle. Quick Killers, row 2. Row 3, Drew Cam and the other Cam. And then we've got some other people. But there is Quick Killers, who left it to verylastminute.com. We're here at Bahrain. It's Euro Tripz F1 alongside Black Flag Racing TV. How many representatives of Black Flag we got in there today? We've got Fingers, Dry Bones Malone. Although, I mean, to be fair, I call Dry Bones Malone Black Flag. But he came here via Black Flag, but he's not actually a Black Flag racer. He's a high pre racer, based in Mexico. But he's Dino from Harley, Battle from Quick Killers, Drew Cam, Scuba, the other Cam, Fingers, Dry Bones Malone, Dunners. Surprisingly he didn't get a lap in, and Connor as well for McLaren. So 11 runners this evening. So that should hopefully mean we don't have a lot of people bumping into each other. That's the most important thing, is that people just stay out of each other's freaking way. So Bahrain Grand Prix at Sakir. It's a 50% race. You've got two choices. You can go medium hard, or you can go soft, medium, medium, in any combination of those. So you can go hard, medium if you really wanted to. So basically, if anyone's starting on the medium tire, you know they are going for a one-stop race. Of course, it's going to be dictated by a safety car. If a safety car comes out, it can change the shape of this race. But you can't go into a race expecting a safety car. Although my experience suggests you probably should. But you can't. You have to go out there with your strategy and plan on there being no safety car and adapt on the fly. And in that end, I think you probably shouldn't start on the hard compound tyre. There is a very good likelihood that there's going to be a smash-a-rooney or two, or a spin or two. And I think if you go out on the mediums, you give yourself the option of a 1 or a 2 stop race. So here we go. They're on that formation lap. Now, it's happened before and I've seen it. You can look through our channel and you can find 1 in every 10 races where someone, I was going to use a really bad word then, when someone bins it on a formation lap. How can you bin it on a formation lap? You're literally going slower. That's one thing. Like, anyone that's driven with me will know I am super crazy freaking slow. And that's the reason why so essentially, those that can drive do, those that can't talk shit about those that can on YouTube. And that's what I do. So I talk shit about you on YouTube because I am not that quick. But I can tell you one thing I've never done, is I've never binned my car on a formation lap. Because that's just crazy shizzle. So everyone trying to get some life into their tyres. And talking to tyres, what are they starting on? So Harley is the only driver that set their stall out expecting there to be no safety car. So that strategy will be the perfect strategy if we get past lap. So 29 laps. So we're looking at probably past lap 13, 14, 15, 16. I think if you get past lap 16 without a safety car, and there is Dino facing the wrong way. And Dino, let me tell you, mate, you can't park that there, son. So Dino needs to work his way back up to the front of the grid. That's indicative of what's going to happen later. Do not spin your car. So as I say, if Harley can make it to lap 16 on those hard tyres without a safety car, without any incidents, then actually that's going to be a really, really good strategy, because the you're going to have, I don't know how many people are going to go for the two-stopper here. If you are going for the two-stopper, you're going to see balls out, but it will be interesting to see who does what. So I think we go on board with, let's go on board with Drew Cam and see what happens from the line. Then we can see the lights and we can see how people get away. 3, 4, 5 lights. Those lights go out and we are away. And a good start from them. And a great start. Great start behind Drew Cam. Although he does get back up into contention, into turn 1. What happens there? Everyone through safely. Where is the camera not moving? Now the camera is moving. That is a great start. Dino does very, very well. Stays up in the lead of this race. Harley in second. Battle stays in third place. Quick Killers in fourth. Very, very wide there though. Going to lose a place or two. Dry Bones Malone makes the move up into fourth place. Very, very good start from Dry Bones Malone. Connor up to sixth place. And Quick Killers regains that place very quickly. And there is a battle going on there side by side. Who's going to win out this battle? The battle is currently being won by Dry Bones Malone, but it's not going to stay that way. They are literally side by side. Connor just getting the edge here, just getting the exit round the outside. But Dry Bones Malone maintaining that inside line. Doesn't have the pace, has to tuck in behind. Fingers though, awful lap from Fingers. Is way back. Battle has not done well there at all. Does he have damage that's kept him slow? So Fingers drops, Battle drops, Drew Cam drops all the way back. Scuba as well, back to 8th place. Let's have a little look at position changes. So here we are, just coming up to the end of lap 1, and Dino in the lead, started on pole, still on pole, still in the lead. He's already pulled out a 3.8 second lead over Quick Killers, who's moved himself up already into second place. But the big mover, Connor, what a move from him. And here the Scottish driver is already 8 places up from his starting position, just behind Quick Killers. And the first thing I really saw of Connor, I mean, to be fair, I've seen him race a few times, but I really saw him dominate in the F2. And that's a spin. That's a big spin. Quick Killers spins out down the order. How far down the order has he gone? He is plumb last. And round and round like a merry-go-round he went. And he is back in last place and some. That's all we can say. And the funny thing is now, we've got Quick Killers, we've got Battle. Both very quick drivers, but they are way down the order. There's 2 strategies, medium, hard, medium, soft, medium, or some combination of the 2 if you're going for the 2-stop. For me personally, I think the 2-stop is probably a better strategy when you expect a safety car, because you can kind of mix and match it up a little bit. But Dino absolutely dominating, 5.5 seconds clear at the moment. And another fastest lap from him, 1:33.3. As it stands right now, he is looking absolutely uncatchable in that Ferrari. And it's the first time we've seen a Ferrari do that for a while. There is Connor. Connor did a very, very good job in the F2 Christmas tournament for LNR. And it made people think about what his ability is. And we have a champion in the making here. Definitely somebody who can challenge for podiums and challenge for championships. But at the moment, he's got 5 seconds of deficit to make up in order to do something with that pace. Harley started on pole. Started on second, and is currently under pressure from Dunners. Dunners up 6 places from his starting position. So it just goes to show that sometimes your pace, particularly in the sort of one-off scenario, is not necessarily what counts. Your race pace is what matters. Dunner's up to 4th place after gaining 6 positions. Drew Cam, starting in 5th, is 5th. Now, this is my view with racing. If I start a race in a position, my minimum aim is to finish in that position. And you can't complain about that. As Drew Cam gains a position, as we see Sam dropping down. Dry Bones Malone up 4 places in the Alfa Romeo. Really good position from him. Harley moving up into 2nd place. Who else has moved down now? So Quick Killer's up to, where is he? Quick Killer's up to 6th. He's down 2 from where he started, but bear in mind that he had already been up in amongst the big boys and spun and spun and spun. Which, to be fair, if Lewis Hamilton was in the car, I would love to see, because I love it when he fucks up, because he's a bellend. And we have our first DNF, and it's Connor, of all people, the person I tipped to make some moves. He is our first DNF of the evening. We are down to just 10 cars. We have Dino out in the lead. He started on pole. He's 9.7 seconds clear of Dunners, who's up into 2nd place. 8th place gain for him. Harley lost 1 place, but he's down in 3rd. 1.7 seconds back from Dunners. Drew Cam, 1 place gain for him. He's currently running just tucked in right behind Harley. Is there any way for him to get that Red Bull past and make some moves? At the moment, it looks like he's being held up. He hasn't quite got the pace to get past and just feels himself stuck in behind at the moment. Quick Killers, we know he's usually quicker than this. He's under pressure from Battle, and these two were 10th and 11th in this race, and now find themselves battling for 5th and 6th. And this battle is going to rage on, because both of them is very similar pace. Both of them very, very quick. And we're looking at Battle side by side. He makes that move with the DRS, and he's up in front of him. That's 5th place for him, but cocks up the corner. Absolutely fucking cocks up the corner. No, he's all right. He's all right. I thought he did. He disappeared, but he's okay. Scuba in 7th place. I apologise to Bal. The camera made it look like you disappeared, but you are still indeed in 5th place. Quick Killers in 6th. 7th place for Scuba. Dry Bones Malone. He's up 1 from his qualifying position, but down in 8th place. He made a big charge early on up into the upper echelons. He's trying to make a move on Quick Killers now, who has dropped down a place, lost a place to Scuba. So this is looking interesting. And he does lose that place. Quick Killers dropping through the order. Not having a great day's Quick Killers. So today, he's slow killers. Or slow attempted murderers, shall we say. He's not quite getting the job done today. But Fingers having an absolute fucking nightmare. And I could, bearing in mind I've known this guy for a long time, I could absolutely ruin, but I'm not going to. Come on, Daryl. Step it up, my friend. Step it the fuck up. Quick Killers and Fingers both with penalties. Battle has put in a 1:33.2. Demonstrated the fastest lap of this race. Up into 4th place. So in the battle of the quick guys, we can see who's... And another move. Up into 3rd. Briefly. Doesn't hold it. Back into 4th place again. But this battle is still on. Dunners and Dino. We'll have a quick look at them. But they are absolutely... Well, I say they are. Dino absolutely dominating out front. 10.4 seconds. It's basically like... it's like the Britain-Argentina war. Their bullets can fire 20 miles. Ours can fire 21. And we just sat 22 miles off the coast. 21 miles off the coast. It's that simple. He's absolutely just, and he doesn't need to do fastest laps. He just needs to keep it on the racetrack. Dunner's doing very well though in 2nd, 4.4 seconds clear of Harley in 3rd. But Harley's not got it all his own way. This podium is not guaranteed. To be fair, no one's podium is guaranteed. It can all go horribly wrong at any stage. But right now, Drew Cam crawling all over the back of Harley and trying to find a way around with a Red Bull. And a great exit there. And he will find his way past. And look at that move into the turning zone. He's in there. Does he stay ahead? They are still side by side. But it just finds a way. He'll get the DRS. Who gets the DRS? The DRS goes to Harley. Harley did the right thing. He let Drew Cam just slip through. He knew that if he was behind at the DRS detection zone, he would get it on that straight. And he stays ahead. But for how long can he hold off? Because at the moment, I tell you what, he is struggling to keep Drew Cam behind him and battle with a penalty there. I thought it was going to be a fastest lap popping up, but it's a penalty for him. And at the moment, Quick Killer's way down. He's in the pits at the moment, way down in 9th place. Now, he's going to have to stop this if he's pitting at this stage. So we wonder if he can finally dial it in. And he's a DNF. Quick Killers, who we'd kind of earmarked as one of the guys to watch, is our second DNF of the evening. Now, we know Connor's quick. We know Quick Killers is quick. They're both out of this race already. So the door is open for somebody not often on the podium to put themselves in that top 3. I think Dino has got this shit dialed in. But all to play for the rest of the field. There is your race leader in the Fezzer. Dino is 10.3 seconds clear of Dunners. Dunners currently, without question, driver of the day. He's made up 8 places already. We're on lap 8 of 29 here at the Sakir circuit in Bahrain. If you're just joining us, this is Tripz Black Flag Racing TV F1 on a Friday evening. We start late because we finish late because we can't be asked to start early, essentially. But we only had 11 runners tonight, but already we've lost Quick Killers and we've lost Connor, and that is a big bolster to the slower guys out there on the track. Dino well out in front at the moment, 10.5 seconds clear of this man. Dunners, who is a 8th place gain for him. You look behind though, there is nothing to see. You look in front, there is nothing to see. It's a nice, to be fair, I'd rather be in Dunner's position than Dino's. Purely because if Dino cocks it up, Dunners is going to take that position. Whereas at the moment, Dunners is in a quite unique place where he knows that he's got a kind of gap either way. All he has to do is he can back off the pace a little bit and just do his job and know that he's guaranteed a podium. Dino's got to continue to maintain that gap. We're looking at Harley. Harley's not got it all his own way. It is Drew Cam, it is Scuba. They're both on the top of him. And there is Harley staying in 3rd. And Drew Cam goes for the switcheroo. Great move from Drew Cam up into the lead. I said the lead of this race. It was 4th place in this race. But again loses out. Just can't maintain that pace against the Aston Martin of Harley. I don't understand it. I think really for Drew Cam, the key here now is to be in that DRS detection zone and be really tight behind in that DRS detection zone. So when they come out of that turn into the DRS, he can open it up, make the move, and then continue to keep that place. But at the moment, it's becoming a bit of a train. So as long as Harley can stay ahead, as he is at the moment, Drew Cam is kind of stuck behind Scuba. Well, he's kind of dead in the water at the moment because it is, it's a 3-round race. And they are kind of relying on a cock-up. But here we go. There are 2 cars with DRS here. Does he make the move? Here we go. Drew Cam making that move under DRS. No, he doesn't. Just not close enough again. with the DRS to make the move. And that is Scuba. And if you ever wanted to see a DNF of epic proportions, that is how you put carbon fibre all over the racetrack. And if that's not a safety car, I will eat my own face. That is ridiculous. Absolutely freaking smashed it. So Scuba just couldn't handle the dirty air and disappear into the wall he went. And this is when they all dive into the pits. Dino wasn't in the right part of the racetrack, continues on. The safety car came just a little bit too late for him. Will he dive in at the end of this lap? That's the thing. Hopefully he will. Well, hopefully for him. If he doesn't, it could go horribly, horribly wrong. So we have lost Connor, we've lost Quick Killers, and we've lost Scuba. Absolutely melted that into the wall. Just to be fair, it was hard racing. It was very, very difficult for Drew Cam to get past Harley. And that battle made it very difficult for Scuba to get past either of them. He was at the back of a DRS train. And just caught in that dirty air, overcooked it, and it was goodnight Vienna, and into the wall he went. Feel gutted for you, man, because I actually think that that you were in a much better position. Yeah, much better position to do something. The fact that you've got wind damage and you're still holding out in 4th place, Harley, is... every time I say Harley, my dog just looks up at me, because my dog's name's Harley. It's surreal. The fact you have wind damage and you held them off for so long isn't too freaking bad. So losing that place to get that repaired, I wouldn't feel too ashamed with that. So Dino does pull into the pits. We expected that he would. Done us 37 seconds back. Has he been into the pits? I don't think he has. No, he's not. Wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's the one. I know he has been in. 36 seconds back he is. So where are we at? So Dino, 420 fam. Now to be fair, Cam, you're doing all right, mate. The fact that we've lost 3 from this race kind of helps a little bit. And I do want to point out that I do 3 and from next week 4 F1 streams a week. And all of them, bar this one, use the Aston Martin. And that AMG Mercedes, I fucking love it. It's one of my favourite GT cars, that AMG Mercedes. So very pleased that you're using that as the safety car. So where are we at? We've got Dino. After the stops, it is 11 seconds. Now, it depends on how long this safety car stays out. And let's be fair, Scuba put a lot of carbon fibre on the track. Hell of a lot of carbon fibre. There's carbon fibre, there's engine. There's probably even bits of Scuba all over the track. You hit that wall so hard. So how long will it take to scrape Scuba off the tarmac? Once we've done that, we'll get underway. Now that determines how much Dunners and Drew can close this gap. But at the moment, it is Dino in the lead. It is Dunners in second place in the Alpine. We've got Drew Cam in the Red Bull racing car. Third place, we've got Harley. Harley running in third in the Aston Martin. Then it is Battle, who we expected to be in and amongst the actual fighting in the AlphaTauri, but found himself dropping down the order. Had a bit of a battle with Quick Killers, who for me was a kind of shoo-in to have a go here for top 3, and then binned his car and has gone for a little sleep. Then we've got Cameron XD, Twitch Cameron XD. What are you talking about? I'm glad I got it on stream. It's what I do this shit for. That's why people watch this. They don't care about overtakes. They don't want to know who's in first. They want to watch someone bin it into a wall. I'm glad I got it. I feel sorry for you, of course, but I'm glad I got it. And when I do the highlight of the year, you might be in it. So anyway, yeah, so Cameron in 6th place. Dry Bones Malone my piratey friend. He is 1.5 seconds back in 7th place. The gaps are closing very, very quickly. Fingers, though, 2 stops down, 29 seconds back. There's only 2 hopes of him winning this. One is Envelope, which has been posted. And the other one is no freaking hope. But I'm not, I think I've given him enough abuse online already. It wouldn't be fair to continue that. So come on, Fingers, show us something special. Right, so we're still on the safety car. It's lap 12 here. We've still got plenty of racing to go. Lap 12 of 29. We're at Bahrain. This is the season opener. This is the Tripz Black Flag Racing TV F1 Friday night special. And yeah, it might be shorter drivers, but it's not short of action. What have we seen? We've seen Connor DNF very early. Expected him to be in and amongst it. We saw Quick Killers spinny. Then he DNF'd and he's out of the race. Then we saw Scuba put his car into a wall in a great battle for 3rd place. And it's down to the final 8. Dino has been driving like an absolute demon. Safety car is in this lap. What tyres is everybody on? So Dino still on those hard tyres. Still, he's on the hard tyres. He is planning to take those to the end. Dunner's on the mediums. He's done 2 laps on them. It's going to be difficult to take them to the end, I'll tell you that. Drew Cam, he's on the hards. He's planning on going to the end. And saying that, there is a 5-second penalty for Drew Cam. Severe collision with Harley. So, Harley back up into 3rd. Drew Cam with a 5-second penalty. And he needs to serve that mofo. But Dunners putting Dino under pressure. Side by side. It is Ferrari. And the Ferrari bravest round the outside into the braking zone. Dunners again coming back at him. Who is bravest on the brakes? The answer to that question is Dino. Every single corner. Brave. So, if everyone's been out drinking on a Friday night, we can find out who is a designated driver. And Dino is that designated driver. So he can come and pick us all up from the pub at 11:30. Great exit though from Dunners. He's in the slipstream. Can he make it count? He's there. He's going to make the move. Dino does try to cut him off, but Dunners up into the lead of this race in the Alpine. And there we go. All change. And safety cars change races. And now we've got Harley putting pressure on Dino. Can Dino hold him off? Harley's on those soft compound tyres. Now, if he wants that to work, he's got to pit again. He needs to make this move here. He's going to make it under braking. I'll tell you what, Dino's very good on the brakes. Very good on the brakes. But on the exit, he just doesn't have the torque. And there goes Harley. Bye-bye, Dino. Dino back into 3rd place. Next, his target is Drew Cam. Is Drew Cam going to make a move here? We've already seen how good Dino is under braking. But it's the exit from the corners and those hard tyres. He doesn't have the torque. He doesn't have the exit speed. So can Dunners capitalise? This is Dunners' opportunity now to open up a gap. He's going to have a Harley chasing him down. But we know Harley definitely has to pit again. Dunners possibly could go proper tyre saving mode and hold those medium tyres out. But there's no way on earth that Harley is keeping those tyres, those soft tyres, going to the end of this race. Drew Cam just doesn't have the exit speed to make that move around Dino, but he's on the same hard compound tyres, but a lap older. So battle on the hard tyres. He's back in 5th place. Look at this train going on. And when we do get DRS, it's going to be very difficult for any of these cars to make any kind of movement. But penalty-wise, what's the problem? So here we go. So Drew Cam at the moment is going to finish just ahead of Fingers. And Drybones Malone 2 seconds behind Fingers now. So that 29-second gap has been completely eliminated by Fingers. And he's no longer last. Well, to be fair, he's never going to be last because we lost Scuba, we lost Quick Killers, and we lost Connor. And Dunner's proving why he's won World Championships. 132 for him. But DRS now enabled. He's done the right thing. Harley up into second place. Dunner's up into the lead. And Dunner's done the right thing and opened up a gap that doesn't give DRS to the car behind. But Harley not safe. Cameron is 1.1 seconds behind Battle. Fingers 6 seconds off that. And Dry Bones Malone. Rawr, the pirate of Dry Bones Malone. 2.2 seconds back in 8th place. We lost Scuba, who absolutely melted that shit into a wall. We've got Quick Killers, DNF, and we've got Connor. Also DNF, sorry, Scuba. If I'm going to catch it on camera, I'm going to talk about it. But there's your race leader in the Alpine. There's Dunners. He is 1.8 seconds clear. He's not giving up slipstream. He's not giving up any DRS. And another penalty issued out, and this time it's for fingers. And he was warned. And those fingers have been very dangerous, and this time he's got a warning for use of those fingers. It's 3 seconds so far. He's only 1.1 seconds ahead of Dry Bones Malone. That will put him last. Some work to do for him. And Drewcam dropping down. Twitch Cameron XD moving up into 5th place. So the leader opening up the gap, 2.5 seconds now. There is Harley in second. Fastest lap again from Gunners, 1:32.8. We are lap 16 of 29. 13 laps to go here. We are round 1 at Bahrain for Tripz Black Flag Racing TV. New season. And yes, we might be short people, but we're not short action. And I'll tell you what, it's been a really, really good race so far. But Dunners leads away 2.5 seconds clear. And all the hard work that Dino did to get himself 10 seconds in the lead. Absolutely been butt-fucked by that safety car. And the safety car brought about because Scuba absolutely melted the wall. He hit the wall so hard that wall in Bahrain landed in my front garden here in London. That's how hard he hit it. Wing damage again for Harley. But to be fair, wing damage or not, he's holding on. And the fact that he can have wing damage, type in YouTube and continue driving says something about what his pace will be like if he just concentrates on fucking driving. But he's up into second place. He's got Dino behind him. He's got Battle behind him. And it's a big, big battle going on. Let's go on board with Battle and we see what goes on into turn 1. Turn, whatever it is. I've lost fucking count. And so we head down this straight. This is down past start finish line. Heading down towards turn 1. Dunners into turn 1 already. He's through it. There is 3 cars. Are they 3 abreast? No, they're not. They're sticking behind each other. At the moment, Dino holding them off into second place. Harley with wing damage. DRS for him. DRS for Battle. Any movement going on here? No. Make it into the corner. Harley does have a look up the inside. Big spin. Spin, spin, spin. And that is Dino. Is he still in this race? Well, he's got his car back on the track. But he's back in 5th place. And he has 0 front wing. Where is front wing? It is gone. Gone, gone, gone. Big, big changes out front. Dunners in the lead. 4.3 seconds clear. Bow now up into second in the AlphaTauri. And Cameron, at one stage, was plumb last in this race. Is now up into 3rd. Harley, he's got wing damage. Has he got more damage now? After that big spin in front of him from Dino. But he's up into 4th place. Dino behind him. He's 3.9 seconds behind him. And I'll tell you what, right, as much as I am ready to slag fingers off, and to be fair, I do owe him some abuse from the kart races in GT7 in between Christmas and New Year, where I was pretty much last in every race, and he cutted me off. He has been very consistent. Yeah, he's got a couple of penalties, but he hasn't had any damage. He hasn't got involved in any real battles, and he's found himself moving up the order just because the people behind him keep crashing. Dry Bones Malone, there he is in 7th place, 1.6 seconds behind Fingers, who has Harley dropping down the order. What is going on with Harley? He's in the pits. Is he staying in the pits, or is he coming back out for more racy? He is coming back out. He's repaired. Where does he come out? Well, Drew Cam is 45 seconds back, and that is a big gap. That is well, look, we've got 11 laps left. That's more than 11 laps gap. Harley, though, back 18 seconds back from Dry Bones Malone. That puts Fingers up into the top 5. Never would have thought that when we saw Drew Cam with a 5-second penalty. That's going to make shit worse. And it's a DNF. He retires from the session. Drew Cam has had enough of this shizzle. Not dealing with this shit no more. And Drew Cam is out of the race. We are down to just 7 runners. 7. Would you believe it? We started with 11. We've already lost Drew Cam. We've lost Scuba. We've lost Quick Killers. We've lost Connor. We've got 7 drivers left. There is your leader. He's 3.4 seconds clear of Battle, who's got a 3-second penalty. So basically, it's a net 6.5 second lead. There is a yellow flag. It won't last for long. Fastest lap from Dino fam. Dino 420 fam. Battle, there he is. 3-second penalty for him. He's doing enough to stay ahead of Cameron, even with that penalty. But there is still 10 laps to go. And tyre wear is still going to be a factor. Remember, the rear tyres here get absolutely fucked. I don't know. I'm sure I saw Dino's front wing disappear during that crash. But you're right, Scuba. How did he not get damaged? For me, I thought his front wing had gone. But he's managed to hold on. For whatever reason, he's managed to hold on, and he's about to put Cameron under some pressure. And how much pressure is Cameron under? Well, the answer to that question is too much, because the move got made. It didn't get made. Will it get made again? There's DRS. You can't fight the DRS. And there goes Dino up into 3rd. He spun that Ferrari. It looked to be that carbon fibre went everywhere, but for some reason that car is still intact. And I tell you what, if he's found the secret to eternal life, you need to lead us to the well, my friend, because I'm getting old and everything fucking hurts. But there we go. So Dunner's in the lead. That lead has been cut to 2.7 seconds. It all matters for naught, because even if Battle takes a lead of this race, he's going to need to make at least a 3-second gap, or over 3-second gap on Dunners. And listen, we know Dunners is very, very capable of holding out a lead. Now, I think you might be right, Skip. I think it might have been Harley's damage, because, but then Harley has taken a lot of damage this race and still been pretty decent in terms of lap times. So, I don't know. But Dry Bones Malone is so let's go from the back. So we're down to 7, which is unusual. I'm used to seeing sort of 7 or 8 in Gran Turismo. Bearing in mind there are only 16 car lobbies with me, but 20 car lobbies is a bit unusual to see just 7. But here we go. So we got Harley's 13 seconds back from my fellow pirate Dry Bones Malone. And you need to go and bury my treasure, me hearty. Fingers is up in 5th place. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of Dry Bones Malone at the moment. They've both got 3-second penalties, so cancel each other out. So Dry Bones Malone really needs to make a move on Fingers to gain a place. Then in 4th place, we've got Cameron. Twitch Cameron NXD. Another penalty for Fingers. That changes things, because Dry Bones Malone now will jump him at the finish line if things don't change there. Dino up into 3rd place. We've seen that Ferrari facing the wrong way, but yet it's still in the top 3. Battle, we've seen him in last, and now with his 3-second penalty, he is currently in 2nd place. He's 2.2 seconds behind our leader though, and that leader is Dunners, and there he is. He is absolutely cruising, and all he needs to do is manage his pace. There's 8 laps remaining in this race. Lap 21 we're on of 29 laps. It's all about pace management. When you see it get near a second, then start hammer time. But at the moment, just manage that pace. You will know that Battle's got a penalty on board. So in fact, you can let him pass you and stick with him. So essentially, Dunners has almost a 5-second deficit. And we've lost Scuba completely from the session. Scuba has stopped even watching now. Scuba was so pissed off that they've decided that they just want to watch my stream and have no interest in watching the actual race. And to be fair, with 7 people left, it's a hard thing to do. There is Battle, 1.4 seconds. His only job now is to try and close down on Dunners. Who's got the fastest lap? Let's have a little look and see. So, lap times. Harley, currently running in last place with a 1:31.8. That's almost 2.5 seconds quicker than Dry Bones Malone running in 6th with a 34.2. He is 5/10 quicker than Fingers with his 34.7, but he has a 6-second penalty, so that's not going to go too well. Cameron with 33.4, his fastest lap. 32.1 for Dino. 32.7 for Battle. But he's only cut a hundredth faster than Dunners, who currently leads this race. And if that stays this way, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to make any inroads into taking Dunners towards the end. So, tyre-wise, what do we got? We got mediums for Dunners. We got hards for Battle. Those hard tyres, actually. I think this is where we're going to see how well those medium tyres perform over a longer period. Because the hards will last longer. And yes, we know the medium tyres are quicker. But with being on those hard tyres, and as we see, Dunners pulls into the pits, that gives Battle the impetus to go on into the lead. But, now here's the thing. There's only one tyre Dunners is going to go on. That's going to be the soft compound tyre. Can Battle take those hards to the end? If the answer is yes, at what kind of pace? Because now we've got Dino in second. He's on hard tyres as well. 12 laps old. Only a lap later than Battle. Cameron back up into third. He's on 13 lap old hard tyres. But there is Dunners on brand new softs. Now, anybody that watched the race on Tuesday, when it rained, that watched what this guy did on brand new soft tyres at Spa, will know that this is on. The shit is about to get very, very real. And genuinely, if I were at one of the top 3 right now, I would be absolutely shitting myself. Because Dunners is going to be on fire right now. And I do apologise. I will be back very, very quickly. Do apologise for that. My vices don't have fucking children. They are a pain in the arse. If you've already got them, then divorce. No, I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking. Don't do it. If you cite me in your divorce proceedings, you You're an idiot. Anyway, where are we? So Battle is in the lead of this race. Dunners on the soft tyres is going to be the man to watch, and definitely being watched right now. So Battle in the lead. There he is. He is currently 10.9 seconds clear. He's on the hard compound tyres. We're on lap 24 of 29 here at Bahrain. Will he stay there? I think 11 seconds clear. Bearing in mind that at one stage Dino had that kind of gap, and then after the safety car it all went horribly wrong. So here we go. Cameron up into third, was at one stage last. Bear in mind that Battle at one stage in this race was also last. Just goes to show how things can change. Dunners on those soft compound tyres though. Look at him hunting down Cameron. He's going to have talk in and talk out of the corner. And here he goes. He's going to make this move down the start-finish straight. It is yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And Dunners up into third place quite easily as well on those soft compound tyres. His next target is Dino. He is going to be 8.5 seconds up the road. That is some task. Cameron not out of it yet. He's got DRS. Not quite enough to get on the back of Dunners, but another penalty for fingers. He comes into the pits. He's on the soft compound tyres. He is going to be so far back that basically everyone's going to be finished. I know he's actually serving his penalty. That's quite a wise decision. I'll tell you why it's a wise decision. Because you serve your penalty now. Did he serve his penalty? Or did he put tyres on? Oh no, I think he put tyres. I think he put softs on. So he's hoping that he can close down on Dry Bones Malone. Bearing in mind they've both got penalties. So Bowles in the lead. Right, he's 10 seconds clear. He has got a 3-second penalty. So Dino needs to make up 7 seconds. That's his job. Not going to happen. I think they're very similar pace. Dunner's already cut it down to 7.6 seconds. I think he started his charge a little bit too late. In my opinion, anyway, I think he started that charge a little bit too late. But you never know. It just takes a spin. And we've seen how easy it is to do it. 1:31.7. Fastest lap of the race for Dunners. Excuse me. Sorry. Down the wrong hole. So Battle in the lead. 12 seconds now the lead. So Dino lost some time there. And that means Dunners 6.3 seconds back now. Here's my prediction. Let's have a look. The unfortunate thing I don't have last lap pace. I only have fastest lap. Now fastest lap is, there's 0.3 difference. But with Dino being on the hards and Dunners being on the softs, I reckon there's probably about a 2 or 3 second difference. I could suppose put up the telemetry and lap data, and then we can really have a look at what's going on. So there is Dino. He's got, and to be fair, he's doing the right thing. He has got loads and loads of ERS available. He knows he's not catching Battle. So, but he does know that Dunners behind him is on the soft compound tyre. So he's put loads and loads of ERS on board to defend that. Dunners, however, no as at all. But he's going to have the faster tyre. This will be an interesting race, to be fair. I think Dino's done absolutely the right thing. He knows he's not going to take first place here and been very, very smart. No errors at all for Cameron. Harley, no errors for him. Dry Bones Malone, very little. And very little for Fingers. So Dino, the smart man here. I've got to start thinking about driver of the day, haven't I? I think you've got to look at Dunners. I mean, 7 places gained for him. You've got to look at Dunners driver of the day, and I don't think you can look at anybody else. He gained 7 places. He's got himself into the top 3. He got the fastest lap, and he's chasing down Dino like Dino's just stolen his chips on a night out, and that's the fact of the matter. We'll go back to interval. I mean, the interval's down to just 2.9 seconds. We're like 27 to 29. Battle is taking this race home. He's been in last. He's been in first. He's going to take this race home. His big challenge was Quick Killers. Quick Killers gone. Connor gone. Scuba gone. And Drew Cam gone. Fingers had 3 stops. That's why he's 21 seconds back from Dry Bones Malone. But we look at Dino. Dino's 13.4 seconds back. His only concern is the onrush of Dunners. So if I'm Dino, this is what I see when I look in my mirrors. I can start to see that. Now I'll start lap 28 and I'll look in my mirrors on the straight and I can see the onrushing Dunners. The onrushing Alpine of Dunners. Now I'm in a Ferrari and I've got loads and loads of ERS. And I'm holding on to that ERS in the hope it can stop Dunners. But at the moment, I'm not sure it can. I think we'll see where we're at the end of this lap and make a judgment. A judgment. But Dunners at the moment, 3rd place, well-deserved 3rd place. He's big kahunas. He had these big kahunas on Tuesday. He's got these big kahunas again. And look at that difference now. He's going to close up on the straights. The exit's going to be much better on those soft compound tyres. Without question. He's going to have a little bit more speed through the corners on those soft compound tyres. He's going to have a little bit of an edge under braking on those soft compound tyres. But is it going to be enough? He's got it down to 2.2 seconds. There is Dino's view. That dot is getting bigger, but we're on lap 29. Dino has one more lap, 15 corners. That's all he's got left to hold him off as they cross the line here. And there we go. Battle crosses the line and for the last lap. Dino crossed the line for the last lap. Dunners on the last lap. Twitch, Harley now on the last lap. Dry Bones Malone just coming through the DRS detection. Will round that final turn. He'll be on the last lap. Fingers will at some point this century make that final lap. Lap 29. We can't go on board with anyone else but Battle. 13.2 seconds clear. If Dunners close that to under 2 seconds, we'll go on board with him. But at the moment, he's not doing enough. Dino held on to that ERS, and that has been the difference. Whatever Dunners had through the corners, whatever extra he had with those soft tyres, counts for shit when you've got no energy recovery to give you that oomph. And here we go, Battle just rounding this penultimate corner. He'll come through the DRS detection zone. Not that it means anything. Changes down his gear, 3rd gear, up on the power. Battle will win the first race here of the season at Sakir. The Bahrain Grand Prix goes to Battle. Dino will, I think, come home comfortably in the end in 2nd place in the Ferrari. He comes home in 2nd place, does the spin across the line. Dunners comes home in 3rd. Twitch Cameron XD. Extra Dick, Extra Doritos. He comes home in 4th. Harley, despite his early heroics, comes home in 5th place. Dry Bones Malone. He will bring that Alfa Romeo home in 7th place. And Fingers will come home in, 6th place for Dry Bones Malone, 7th place for Fingers. But there is your race winner. Drew Cam, Scuba, Quick Killers and Connor are all dumps for this race. They did not finish. I think there should be like a reward point. So if you sit and watch everybody else race and not quit the room, you get 2 points just for staying in the room. If you quit and go do something else, you have to take a point forfeit. There we go. So there you go. There is the winner. And yeah, driver of the day, without question, is Dunners. Absolutely jumped through that field. Great top 3. But to be fair, Battle was last. got to first, and I think if Quick Killers had not been quite so quick to kill himself, he might have well have been up there with them as well. So there we go. There's your winner for the day. That is Battle. Driver of the day is Dunners, as you would expect after that awesome performance. Yeah, to be fair, Daryl, I love you, man, but that was fucking dog shit, man. I did. To be fair, I did lay off you a little bit. You were having an absolute nightmare. But I know if we ever race each other on F1, I just need to practice Bahrain because it's not your best track, mate. So let's go. Race director, final order. Battle wins this race in the AlphaTauri. Dino from Australia. Or was that New Zealand? I can never remember. There's always an extra star in there. For Ferrari, comes in second. Dunners, who lives in the world, he comes from, he's racing for Alpine. Cameron and Harley, both from Great Britain, are in fourth and fifth for Williams and Aston Martin, respectively. Drybones Malone from the United States of America. For Alfa Romeo, comes home in sixth. Fingers, he says the world, but I know he's from Great Britain. In fact, he's from England. He races for McLaren. He's in seventh place. Drew Cam in eighth place. British driver for Red Bull. English driver Scuba for Alpine in ninth. Quick Killers 10th. Connor in 11th. But let's be fair, Drew Cam, Scuba, Quick Killers and Connor were all did not finish. So there we go. Count of 2, 1, 0. Thing done. This is it. Yeah, I suppose you have to look at it that way. You have 4 drivers behind you. But to be fair, they all did have to crash in order to finish behind you, mate. But there we go. All done and dusted. That's race number 1 done. Bahrain? Yeah, Bahrain. Let's rename the country. The secure track at Bahrain is all over. Round 1 is all done and dusted. Points are going to get handed out. And let's be fair, it was, to be fair, a pretty damn good race. And I'll tell you what the best thing about it is there are some people that you would expect to pick up big points early on that didn't. And there are some people that you wouldn't expect to pick points up that did. And that's the big thing about this. So, anyway, Black Flag TV will see you back again tomorrow, late afternoon. We have the Mind Endurance race on GT7, which is a charity event. So, if you can't race, give some money. If you don't give some money, you're a prick. No, I'm only joking. Don't take me seriously. So, we've got that. That's in the afternoon. And then from 11 p.m, we have the qualifiers for the Porsche Cup, GT Champions Porsche Cup, which is going to be live from 11 p.m. Hopefully, touch wood, we've got 2 Black Flag drivers. Drybones Malone, I think, is in that, actually, as is Average Tom, who didn't race tonight. We've got 2 Black Flag drivers sitting on the waiting list. One of them at the very, very top of that waiting list, the reserve list. So hopefully someone dies tomorrow and we can at least get 1 Black Flag driver in that race. And I obviously mean that in jest. I don't really wish anyone to die. But thank you very much for joining me. I've been Adam Pirate. This has been Black Flag Racing TV with Tripz F1 at Bahrain for round 1. And join me tomorrow for the Mind event at around 6 p.m. and the Porsche Cup at 11 p.m. But if you can't do that, then at least join me next week for this shizzle again.
Mental health problems affect 1 in 4 of us. Join Mind now in the fight for mental health.